Dear one, much of life can be according to the poet that said, "The fever in these pages burns beneath the calm they feign. A lonely wounded spirit turns here on its bed of pain." In hindsight, by which I mean post age 24, I feel this frighteningly can befit the state of, well, not knowing that there's a God that loves you. And again, in hindsight, I feel this is what the Jesus story really has, and not the Christian religion that they've made of it. Not that. I'm alienated by especially what I see as theology, Old Testament type God. And I feel Christianity fell into the same trap. I don't know how it was I realized that what we call faith is simply a desire for something we value, such that you find it's your driving meaning to life, whether it's true or not. It makes no difference. This is what I value. You may feel this about kindness. You just value kindness. I mean, that's all there is to it. I don't have to justify it. I just do. And you know, where I am, I'm kind, so to speak, where I can. Well, the obvious, we choose to believe in people, and I think we choose to fall in love. And then, of course, things get quite out of hand. We attribute to this person all sorts of wonderful things that there's no way, poor souls, they could live up to, but we see them with rose-coloured glasses. And we're on cloud 9. And that's not to be despised, of course, but treasured. And from it you may realize that what you choose to believe is just everything to your welfare, peace of mind, joy, hope, fullness of life. I mean, when you're in love, my goodness, you're flying. What you choose to believe, you see, has a miraculous effect on your life. That's the lesson we learn from secular living and falling in love. fancy that faith and trust should be of this order. You know what you value. End of story. That's what's important here. Oh, it changes. It changes through your experience of living, of course. And ideally, you want it to change. I was going to say from glory into glory, from good to better to wonderful. Well, it is wonderful just falling in love. And you think then nothing could be better. As you know, the strangeness hit me at 24 that I wanted God to exist. I rationalized it by saying, well, I want to thank him for feeling so full of life and happy, and the insight I feel I've received in what true love is, which is not to own my beloved, but to want her true welfare. So I let her go, because she was in love with someone else. Well, she's going to be happiest with him, not me. So by let her go, I mean I let her go in my mind. But I still felt she was absolutely wonderful. The epitome of just wonderful person. Yes. But I knew what I loved. And I suppose through reading Paramahansa's autobiography, I had a view now of God that I loved. If you like, not just all powerful, that's a bit frightening, unless he's all loving. So I hadn't quite formulated it in my mind, but it was because I was seeing God as my God. I realized this in the end, but the personification of what I was valuing, that I definitely would like to exist. Yes, I would love to trust that such a God exists. I want him to exist. That's funny, I never wanted God to exist before. What's happened to Marshall is what I thought. And of course, as I say, I was flying, I went through the ceiling. Metaphorically, spiritually speaking. Transcendence, I mean, just... I was out of this world and very much in it. Nature was just singing to me. It was a beautiful springtime. I was alone. I didn't come down for 10 days. I must have been going home at night and coming back each day, I wasn't sleeping in the to-be conference centre, this magnificent old house, in the university campus park, which I seem to be the only person really appreciating it, and nobody else seemed to use the place. A few people downstairs had morning coffee, but I just sat on the 2 floors up, looking over the gardens, nicely kept, of course, reading Paramahansa's autobiography. I was in another world. Switched to being in love with God. This is bizarre. As I say, I'd known every reason why God couldn't possibly exist. Part of my, I'm a rational academic and a a logician and, yeah, master of words already. I knew it. I just knew it. You could say, oh, he's got the ego that's mountainous. Yeah, afraid so. I don't think there's anything wrong with ego, may I say in passing. When it starts to embrace others, and ultimately all others. That's my God's ego. I certainly value that. Love you, Heavenly Dad. Thank you, Dad.